Hello friends, we are going to start today November 2020 examination question which was asked for 5 marks. The question is related to chapter consignment account, right? So let's start now. Maya consigned 400 boxes of shaving brushes, each box containing 100 shaving brushes. So from the very first sentence, you can come to know this is a question of consignment because Maya consigned, that is written. So now go immediately to the required part and try to understand what is asked basically in the question, what you are supposed to answer rather. So it's mentioned you are required to prepare consignment account. Fine. So first job is to prepare the format of the consignment account. So in the books of Maya, who is a consigner, consignment account, debit, credit, and all you know very well. Okay, now this table I have prepared for one object, that is for the valuation of closing stock as well as abnormal losses, and this will be very helpful to you. You will able to understand it, that how it will be useful, and with quick way we can solve the things that like valuation of abnormal loss as well as valuation of closing stock. Fine, so do remember this, it will be very helpful to you, right? Fine. So first thing is she consigned 400 boxes, right? Next sentence given is cost price of each box was 3,000. So that's why no need to multiply 100 brushes with 400 boxes because the cost is given per box. Fine. So the entry should be, first entry should be that consignment account debit to what? Goods sent on consignment account. In short, I'm going to mention, and that is nothing but 400 boxes, right? Into how much? 400 boxes into 3,000, correct? Per box. So the amount will be 12 lakhs, right? And here also I will mention goods sent, quantity 400 box, rate per unit 3,000, and the value is 12 lakh rupees. Fine. So going ahead now, Maya spent rupees 500 per box as cartage, freight, insurance, and forwarding charges. Now, whenever consignor incur any expenses at the time of sending goods, they are called non-recurring expenses. You know very well, they are going to occur only once at the time of sending goods. So non-recurring expenses are going to be useful for the valuation of closing stock as well as abnormal loss, if any, right, if required, right? So the next job is to pass the entry for this non-recurring expenses which is incurred by consignor. So consignment account debit to cash, or you can write bank account, right? And these are the expenses which are incurred by consignor. How much it is? 400 boxes into 500 rupees per box. So it will be 2 lakh rupees, right? So here also you can mention that plus consignor's expense. How much? 2 lakhs. See, normally in question the total value is given. This is a question where per box amount is given for non-recurring expenses. So what habit you should have, that total value should be put here in the total column, then make the total of this, which is 14 lakhs. 400 boxes will remain same. 400 plus 400, we are not supposed to do that. So 400 boxes will remain same. 14 lakhs divided by 400 will give you 3,500, and it is very easy in this question that 3,000 per box plus 500 per box, so it will be 3,500. But just I'm explaining you that even if per box value or per unit value is not given, not to worry, transfer the whole value to the total column, make the total of it, combining with the goods sent amount, and then find out per unit rate. Why we are doing again same answer for valuation of abnormal loss and closing stock, right? Next, one box was lost on the way, and Maya lodged claim with insurance company and could get 2700 as claim on average basis. Now, you know that loss will be of two types, normal and abnormal loss. But as you know, it's very easy to identify. This is an abnormal loss, right? Lost in transit, right? So one box was lost and insurance had been taken, so should be able to get how much? 2700 as claim, right? Well, so she lodged claim with insurance company and could get 2700. So first job is to find out what? An amount of abnormal loss, right? So how to do that? Now it's very easy for you. Let's say here, abnormal loss. Very easy to value it. How many boxes? One. Now how to value it? Very easy. See, before the goods lost in transit, you sent how many? You sent how many boxes? 400. And per box, the cost was 3500. Why 3500? Because consignor's expense are also going to be clubbed with that goods sent cost. And you know very well in the primary lectures in concept, I explained all this, right? So abnormal loss, one unit, that is one box, you can say rather, right? How much it will cost? Same 3500, because the cost which is appearing here, right, is going to be helpful to this. So before the goods lost, you have already incurred per box 3500 rupees, right? So here 1 into 3500, it will be 3500 rupees. So we'll deduct it. Why? Because to that extent we have lost it. So now the remaining boxes will be 399. Then the rate will remain same because we have deducted that cost here, 3500 per box. So do remember, I am putting this arrow so you will be able to remember easily. So now the balance left will be 14 lakhs minus 3500. So it will be 13 lakh 96,500. Now how to pass the entry for abnormal loss? So the whole amount 3500, will it be loss for Maya? No, she has got 2700 also. Fine. So now what we can say? That I will put extract here. No doubt the amount lost will be 3500, but out of that she could recover how much? 2700. So for her the final loss will be 800 rupees, correct? So in this case the abnormal loss will be 800. So now the time to pass the journal entry for the same. So whatever we have received, what comes in we need to debit. So that will be cash account debit. She could get, or insurance company also you can write, right? So cash or bank, assuming it is received, debit how much? 800, no sorry, 2700. Claim received, and the rest amount is loss, which is abnormal loss. We'll transfer it to P&L. So abnormal loss account debit. So finally entry would be cash or bank account, or you can write insurance company if it is not received. So cash or bank account debit 2700. I think it's written could get, so it's better to write insurance company, right? So we can mention it's better insurance company. So by insurance company, and claim receivable, right? So insurance company account debit 2700, abnormal loss account debit 800, to consignment account how much? 3500. So entry is over for this, right? Next, consignee took delivery of the rest of the boxes and spent 1,99,000 as non-recurring expenses. Again, very important when you come to the consignees matter, whether it is recurring or non-recurring, right? Because non-recurring expenses are going to be helpful for the valuation of stock. That's why, right? So whether it is recurring or non-recurring, the entry will be consignment account debit to consignees account, right? And under that head we'll mention first of all non-recurring expense. How much? 1,99,500, and we'll add here also plus short consignees expense, but only non-recurring, which are going to be useful for valuation of stock. 1,99,500, right? Next will be recurring expense. So again the entry will be consignment account debit to consignees account. Now we'll mention recurring expense. There will be 1,12,500. Done. Okay. He sold 370 boxes. Now how many units are sold? So he sold, oh, it's written he, anyways, we don't have any problem. He sold 370 boxes at the rate of 65 per shaving brush, right? So how many boxes were sold? 370. So total received boxes were 399, and the rate will be how much, that we need to ascertain after making the total of this. So 13,96,500 plus 1,99,500. So total will be 15,96,000 divided by 399 boxes, right? So it will be 4,000 rupees. So now final value before he sell the goods per box will be what? 4,000. And you know that recurring expenses are not part of the valuation of stock. So minus sold, how many units were sold? 370, right? 370 units were sold. So remaining units will be 29, correct? And 29 will be nothing but your closing stock, friends. Cost will be same, 4,000. So you will put here 4,000. No need to write this proportionate part of the value of this received. Why? Because anyways the number of units are sold which are going to be multiplied with selling price, not the cost. So we are concerned with only closing stock valuation, and which is ready now. So 4,000 into 29 boxes, it will be 1,16,000. Is it? Yes, 1,16,000. So our job is over, because this is the most important part, how to value closing stock and abnormal losses, right? So now come back and we'll finish it. So first of all we'll start with the sales entry. So sales entry will be consignees account debit to consignment account, you know that. And now we need to multiply 100 brushes with 370 boxes, because they said the number of boxes were sold at 65 per brush, right? So 370 into 100 into 65 boxes. So 370 into 100 into 65. So the amount is 2405,000, 24,05,000, right? And finally closing stock entry. Closing stock, you can mention working note here also, working note 1, Same 1, right? How much it is? 1,16,000. So that's very easy. No need to go for separate calculation of abnormal loss as well as what closing stock. Straight away you will get it, right? Now what is left? He was entitled to 2% commission on sales plus 1% deal creditor commission. Same again, consignment account debit to consignees account. First we'll go with general commission, right? You can combine and you can calculate also, no issue. So 24 lakh 5,000 into how much? 2%. And next is Dale Cradle commission. 1% again on sales, right? So now we'll get the amount. Right, it's half. Done. So that's finished for the question. Nothing is left now. Only we just need to calculate whether it is profit or loss. But yes, we can say it's profit. Credit side is higher comparatively. So 2,700 plus 800, 2405 000 plus 1,16,000. Right. Total will be 25 24,500. So we'll put here 25 24,500. Now the remaining difference will be profit on consignment, and that is going to be transferred to P&L account. Even abnormal loss, that is going to be transferred to P&L. So in bracket you can mention P&L, otherwise just mention abnormal loss. So what's the difference? 12. Okay, so profit will be 740,350. Fine. So now I will be able to understand why this table will be helpful to you, right? And which is considered to be shortcut. No need to go separately. Fine. So that's the consignment account question. I hope you enjoyed. Right. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Take care.